Some glory I now can see. Oh brother, won't you come go with me? Say from the mountain I soon shall stand. Hilltops of glory land.
Amen. I feel so blessed to be right here today. And I'm just glad to be among some sound people. So hearing this sound doctrine all week. Just been hearing nothing but sound preaching. And I'm just so thankful to God for all that he's done for me. Amen. Allowing me just to be here today. And I'm not preaching today, but I will be doing a workshop on technology. By a show of hands, how many of y'all use a cell phone in here in this audience? For those who can't see, it's almost everybody in this room raise their hand up. So technology is a part of our daily lives each and every day. And my PowerPoint up? Is it up? Okay. Well, and one of the things that we have to realize and we have to use is technology and incorporate it in our ministry. I know we use a whole lot of different forms of ministry to try to reach people all different kind of ways. But one of the best ways to reach people is using technology. And as soon as we get my PowerPoint up, we're going to show you how you can use it. Sometimes technology don't always work either. But that's all right. You got to get around when it does not work. But we got to think about, we use technology. Sometimes people just use a bunch of excuses why they can't use technology. They'll say, well, I'm not very gifted at using technology. They'll make all these different excuses. It kind of remind me of somebody. Somebody gifted me Exodus 4 and 10. Exodus 4 and 10. Because excuses is somebody use all the time. So this ain't something new that people try to do. But back in the day, we had a man named Moses who used an excuse of why he couldn't go out and reach God's people. What did the Bible say?
And Moses said
unto the Lord, Oh my Lord, I am not eloquent, neither herefore, nor since have I spoken unto thy servant, but I am slow of speech and slow of tongue. So he's saying, basically, God, I just can't do it. So basically, Moses was using an excuse on why he couldn't reach out to the people of God. But God has charged all of us to go into the world and preach and teach the gospel. And that's exactly what we have to do. And now the world has gotten a whole lot smaller with the advent of the internet. And so today we're going to show you a few techniques on how to use technology in your ministry. And by the way, for those who don't know me, I'm Brother Leonard Graves Jr. I serve with my uncle at the Fordham Road Church of Christ. Over the last couple of years, that's where I've been. And again, I just love the Lord. Go ahead, keep going. All right. And so today we're going to talk about how to use different technology forms and try to make it go out to the world and teach the gospel. When we think about technology, one thing about it allows us to do is be at many places at one time. As an individual, you can only be so many places at once. But with technology, it allows you to be everywhere all the time, 24/7 hours a day. So one of the things we have to do is use technology to reach the world. So how can we do this? Well, some of the benefits of using technology is that it gives you more access to the world. You know, a lot of people will never step foot inside of a Church of Christ. They know about what we teach, most of them, and they just won't step in foot in one. But what you can do is spread your message on the internet, and when they're not around their friends, they might look at it. So what you want to do is start doing some posts. One of the things that we've done at Fordham Road that's really helped us is we started a newsletter. I know everybody in here could do a newsletter. Because you look at the bulletins, most people use bulletins today, but the average person don't even look at the bulletin. I asked one of my members the other day, what's going on? We having this big event coming up. And I said, well, it's right in the bulletin. And they had no idea that it was going on. Amen. So what we have to do now is use what people use every day to communicate. Technology. Amen. They cell phones. If you talk to a child, they got their head in their phone, they're not even listening to you. They doing like this the whole time you're talking to them. That's where you can reach them, on their phone. And so we got to find ways to reach them, reach the world, using our phones, because again, a lot of stuff we've been doing is really outdated. And for the Church of Christ to continue, we're going to have to come up with some ways to reach the world. We ain't going to change the message one bit, but we're going to change the method the message gets out there. Amen. And so this is what we have to do. Well, you can see, look technology right there. Facebook is one of the main mediums that we use. And the reason why is there's over 350 million people. I don't know about y'all, but I can't never talk to 350 million people in my lifetime. Amen. But the use of this technology gives us access to people that we will never, ever meet. We will never walk inside the doors, like I said earlier. The average user has 130 friends or more. So what that means is, say for instance, your church members got a Facebook account. You post your sermon on the Facebook page. You post your sermon. They share that sermon with their friends. And they share their sermons with their friends. And their friends become your friends. And next thing you know, you got a groundswell effect of everybody hearing the truth. Amen. But you can't be ashamed of the gospel, y'all. Amen. You can't be ashamed to post it on your page and let the world know what you believe. Amen. Because how else is they going to know other than the children of God themselves? Amen. So what we have to do is start taking time to use our Facebook. Because we use that technology for all kind of the wrong reasons a lot of times. Amen. We talk about all the Atlanta housewives and haves and have-nots and all this other foolishness. Amen. We got to get back to the Word. Amen. And the way we do that is using our mediums to reach out to the world. Mm-hmm. Imagine if you put a Church of Christ sermon and no one ever heard about the one church, the one faith, the one baptism. That may impact them in a way they never believed or never even thought was possible. Yeah. But you got to do it. See, it's easy to have your preacher up there preaching hard for you, preaching hard for the crowd, the people that's there. But again, everybody not going to come there. So for what you need to do is post it on your page for the whole world. All your friends can see it. Those friends can see it. And next thing you know, everybody in the world, we sharing the gospel to the world like God told us to do. Amen. But that's why we got to do it. They said it's approximately 70% of users are outside the U.S. We talking about going into the world. The best way to get to the world is go outside the U.S. and reach people. I was so happy to see the guy from the World Video Bible Schools talking about how many people they're reaching across the world. Amen. And they're able to do that by the use of technology. And we look at women. I don't know about y'all, but most churches have about 80% of women in the churches. We want to reach those women? What did it say? The fastest growing segment in the U.S. is women 55 years and older. If you want to reach those women, you got to reach them on Facebook. All right. What about those young people? Brother Mike talked about young people just a little bit a while ago. He said over 54% of young people, that's over half of the young people you encounter every day, have a Facebook account. So what you need to do, Brother Mike already employed this technique in his congregation, is go live on Facebook every week. Since Mike has been doing that, I think if we start doing it as well, Mike started doing it and other churches are following suit. So Mike is from Ohio. Where are you from? Missouri. He's from Missouri. He said he's from Missouri. He's from the Show Me State. So even though he's not in Missouri, he got friends and family that's in Missouri. And so when he posts that sermon, those friends and family, so now a whole other city, whole other state is getting a message from Mike. They might never get to Dallas, Texas, but they can still hear Mike preach the gospel. And that's what we got to do, y'all. We got to get it out to the world. Because the world is giving them all kind of mixed messages, all kind of messages about this thing or that thing, but the only reason why they're not getting the message of God is because we're not doing it. We're not putting it out there like we should be doing. And I don't care how old you are, you got somebody at your church young enough using a Facebook account. Amen. That can record for you. Amen. So ain't no excuses that we're using. Don't be like Moses trying to use all these different excuses. Well, get busy for the Lord. All right, Twitter is another one that we can use. Keep track of my time, man, because I don't have time. You know, I'm a preacher, man, so I keep talking. So we got 695 million users on Twitter. Now when tweets happen, it says 75% more likely to respond to a tweet than a phone call. You ever try to call somebody that's not in the church and you're trying to get them to come out to your worship service with you or trying to get them to have a Bible study with you and they just don't respond. You're like, why they don't respond to me? Well, maybe you're using the wrong method to get to them. If you use Twitter, it says it's 75% more likely to respond to a tweet than a phone call. Well, so you want to get out to more younger people? Use a Twitter account. Use hashtags to go viral. I used the hashtag NCOCL last year, and it went viral. A lot of people were tagging and using it all over. And you got to think it's 135 new users each day. So although it's already got 695 million users, more and more people coming on it each day. And what you can do using this platform is create polls. You can say, well, how do you believe you're saved? Or just something basic as that. Just ask a question. What does salvation mean to you? How do you become saved? And you're going to get a wide range of answers. But then that gives you an opportunity to speak to that person. So that's one way to use Twitter. All right, and also, you can follow the brotherhood, see what's going on. I didn't know a lot of stuff was going on in the church until Clay started that according to the scriptures page. I had no idea that all the things that were going on today in today's church. But now I'm able to see, because of the internet, I'm able to see what's going on, who's teaching sound doctrine, who not. Amen. And that's good to know if you're going to a city you're not familiar with. Absolutely. It's like, well, I can avoid that situation. Amen. All right about it. All right, another one we used to use is Instagram. How many of y'all in here have an Instagram account? Oh, all right. See, she said she got one. All right now. I know most of the people got Facebook accounts, but Instagram is a newer platform which you post pictures. A lot of people don't like to read a lot of little posts. They just rather look at a quick picture and keep it moving. And so you can just post a picture of your church or your minister or whatever with the address of the church, just something real simple. So you don't have to be something complicated. I think a lot of times we think, well, I got to be this IT person or just really intelligent in that particular field, but you really don't. Me personally, I had never done any of this stuff until we started doing it with this group. So it's something you can learn. I think pretty much anybody can learn. If you can't learn it, trust me, if you got any young person at your church, anybody 40, I would say 40, I'm include 40 because around my age and younger, they can probably help you with that. And so you got to use the people that's around you. I know we try to train up the young people to do a lot of different things in the ministry, in the church. This can be a ministry for them. They respond back to the post and look at the post that you have. And the Bible, it also says a picture says 1,000 words. Amen. Man, you can say some powerful things with some pictures. What we do is when we have a baptism, we record the baptism live, let's say Facebook Live, we do Instagram Live. We record it live, and then we post it on the According to the Scripture site or another site or our individual pages to let people know God is in work. Amen. And that's what you need to do. You can attract a lot of people by them seeing what you're doing. Amen. You can also attract a younger demographic, as Mike mentioned earlier as well, that we're losing. The Church of Christ is losing all the young folks today. And so one way to get them is to go back to where they are, is with social media. All right, YouTube. Oh my goodness, YouTube. 490 million active users. 490. When will y'all ever talk to 490 million people? Anybody in here ever talk to 490 million people? Exactly. So you get to talk to 490 million people at one time by posting a video. Very simple to post a video. You can just use your phone, post a video, and upload. It's very simple. I know a lot of people, again, they think it's complicated, but it's really not that complicated. And what you can do now is target more males. I know we mentioned females, and I did mention earlier how 80% of most churches have females in them. But we need to reach out to the men, get some more men active in the ministries. Amen. So one of the things that we're able to do is use YouTube. It said most viewers are between 12 and 17 years old, and that's usually when we lose the young men to the world. So we can start targeting them. I'm glad Mike coming up with the program of targeting colleges, targeting the people in high school, those age groups, because again, that's a lot of times when people get lost. And you can reach more 18 to 34-year-olds than any other cable network. I know we had a TV program, that's great, but this reaches more than that. Amen. 18 to 24-year-olds than cable network. So cables, I know it's a worldwide thing, but this is even more worldwide than that. Amen. More global than that. And said people watch 1 billion views a day on YouTube. Amen. 1 billion. Amen. And again, none of us would ever talk to 1 billion people. So there's a way for us to reach more and more people and preach the word of God and spread it out like we should be doing. So here's some tips for you to use on social media. You can use a recognizable logo, like we use the NCOCL. We had a logo there that represents us. And the reason why we do that, because you want to have everything consistent across the board. Man. If someone sees your Twitter page, your Instagram page, your YouTube page, they want to be able to see all of them look the same. That way, if I go to your page, I'm not mistaken and seeing something I shouldn't be seeing. But we all got to have some uniformity there to kind of help. And then one of the things we can do is, I know back in the day, I know we all had homecomings and things of that nature, until where the whole church would be packed out. Everything would be full. I remember we had the Bronco Bowl years ago. Those kind of events were packed out. And the reason why they were packed out is because we all fellowship together. Everybody knew what everybody's homecoming was, and no one would schedule one on someone else's.
Yes.
But that has gone away now.
Yes, sir.
And so what we have to do now is use these calendar events. You can create an event. That's what I did with this particular thing we're doing this week. Create an event. Let everybody know my homecoming is this. This brother, this sound brother over here is preaching. He's preaching from this book. That'll kind of help go a long way in what you're teaching and what people expect to learn and hear from that pulpit. Because, you know, you got a guest speaker in that week, and I don't know if he's sound or not, so I might not take that chance to come here. So you can kind of put those events out there for homecomings, marriages, church services, Bible studies. Make Bible study an event every single week. So, because what happens is anybody that's a friend of your particular page, when it comes time to Bible study, they're going to get a reminder. It says Bible study today at 7 o'clock.
That's good.
And that may make a small difference or seem like something small to you. But if I'm only looking at my phone for reminders, only looking at my phone for information, that's something huge. Because again, I'm getting direct information about a reminder about, hey, oh man, I got Bible study tonight. Let me go ahead and get ready. I mean, I know you think they should already know, but create an event because, again, it just reminds them. It puts something on their calendar and gives them a reminder. Sends them an email as well to let them know, hey, Bible study tonight. All right. And here it kind of froze out. All right, and here's some Facebook tips. Right now, if you go check out this page right here, this is the page that we're using for the Church of Christ lectureship. You can add events, of course. We talked about all that. But one thing I would like for us to get even more involved with is engaging people in discussions. Like I said earlier, about what do you believe? How do you believe that you are saved? Those kind of things, to kind of see where people are thinking, kind of see where they are. Because you may not know. They really may not know something that you can help to teach them. And then Facebook ads. One way you can create a Facebook ad, again, I can help anybody, all the stuff that I'm talking about today, y'all. If y'all ever need any kind of help with it, I'll give y'all my card today. And I can do it over the phone. I can Skype you, and we can do it over the phone. I can show you exactly how to do everything. It's real simple. Well, to me, because I do it all the time. But I can make it simple for you, too. But you can create an ad for like $5 to go target, say you want to target 18 to 24-year-olds, or whatever demographic you're trying to target. It's going to only send the ad to those particular people. And that's about $5 on Facebook. How many people can get that many people, like 20,000 people reached for $5?
Mercy.
It's impossible to do it.
Mercy.
But with this, you can really do this with Facebook. For $5, you can reach about 20,000 people, which is amazing.
Man.
All right, and then another thing, this is what our Facebook page looks like. So if you go to this page, you'll see this page. And today I've actually added some pictures of some of the pictures that we took today. And that's one thing you can do as well. Check in that you made it to the National Church of Christ Lectureship. Let people know that you're here. Take pictures, upload them. Like, hey, I'm here having fun with my family. Take pictures of you and your wife or your family and post them on the page. Anybody can post on the page. And then same thing with Twitter. If you go to Twitter page, we got the NCOCL. I haven't posted a lot on that yet, but I will. And that's another thing. Again, let people know that you're here. Check in, at the event. When people know where you are and know what you're doing right now. Don't be ashamed of the gospel, right? I keep telling y'all that. Don't be ashamed. And then this is our page. This is what our Twitter page looks like. Of course, I use the same thing that we have here. Again, remember I said everything needs to be consistent. If you look at this page, it's the same as this banner we got over here. But on all the pages, they look exactly alike. And then you can post hashtags. How many of y'all know what hashtags are? All right, it's just a pound sign, and what you're doing with that pound sign, you put a message behind it. So when people go to Twitter, like say, for instance, I tag NCOCL, hashtag NCOCL, then that's going to be on Twitter. And then if all y'all do that, it'll be something that's active. It'll be push it up to the front. That means more people will get to see it.
Amen.
So that's one thing you definitely want to do. And then add some photos. Again, if y'all take photos, everybody here, people with their family take photos, upload them to the page. Again, I have it open to where anybody can upload to it. And this is a page from last year. You see, Brother Shaw and Brother Allison, Brother Shed, and Brother H. Clay on some of those pictures. And you can see the big picture we have last year. This is our site right here. So you go check out that site right now on NCOCL. Just type in those words on Instagram and it'll pop up.
Amen.
And we got a YouTube page as well. You got a YouTube. Actually, that's my YouTube, my personal YouTube page. But you can actually post videos of your sermons on YouTube. If you're able to post videos on YouTube, then again, people can see what you're doing. You can share them on your Facebook page. You can share them on your Twitter account. You can share them everywhere. That's one thing about YouTube that is so wonderful, that you can use this platform initially, but then you can share them on all the other platforms that you have.
Amen.
Give it a wild title. You can say, well, everyone's going to hell, or something like that. That's going to make somebody look at that video. We're like, man, why are you just saying everybody going to hell? But give it like a wild title to where people have to really go look at it and see what it's all about. And then have a clickable link, again, to your other pages. You want to make sure they're connected with all together. And again, I can show you how to do all this. If you ever need me to, just call me. I'll definitely show you. So it's time for us to take some action. Using social media can be an aid to those seeking Christ. Someone mentioned earlier, how many people are really seeking Christ? And we just got to get out and find them. Well, this is another way for us to get out. We ain't got to do nothing. Just post on your page. You could be at your house, at your job. It could be 2 o'clock in the morning. You just post something on Facebook that's godly and spiritual that can help somebody. Instead of posting something that's sexual and deviant. Post something that's going to help somebody. And so that's what you can do. And you can also attract new demographics, attract new people to the word. Again, that's what it's all about. And then one of the things, we got to start waiting, first of all, because if you haven't got any of this stuff set up, again, I'll do it for you. Especially if you stay in Texas, I'll come to your church and do it for you. If you're not in Texas, we can get on Skype and I can help you do it as well.
Amen.
But don't waste no time, because souls are being lost every day. And the more time you waste, the more souls are being lost. So Clay, give me to that clip now that I was telling you about. And one of the things you can do is a simple clip that'll help you, just basic stuff about your inviting people to worship. A lot of times people say, why you didn't come? Well, you didn't invite me. All right, well, you can solve all that by doing an invite on Facebook. Well, I definitely invited you, your family, everybody else, Uncle Pookie and everybody. I invited everybody on the Facebook. And so, you just do a quick little video. You can also do a little video saying, hey, this week we're going to be speaking from Matthew 28. We're going to do a video. We're going to be speaking from this or that verse. You can do the video. But it's, visit us. Visit us. No. Down. Visit us. Yeah. Visit us this Sunday.
My name is Leonard Graves Jr., the Associate Minister of the Church of Christ at Dallas on Fordham Road. We would love to have you visit with us this Sunday. Our address is 2103 Fordham Road, Dallas, Texas 75216. Our service starts at 10:15 a.m. And we would love to have you visit with us. We hope to see you this Sunday. Amen.
See how simple that was? I just did that on my phone. And I posted it on my page, and then we had visitors that Sunday. So it's just that simple, y'all. It's not really hard stuff you got to do. It's very, very simple things. If you don't know how to do it, it may seem daunting to y'all, but it's not.
My name is Leonard Graves Jr., the Associate Minister of the Church of Christ at Dallas on Fordham Road. We would love to have you visit with us.
We would love to have you visit with us.
2103 Fordham Road, Dallas, Texas 75216. Our service starts at 10:15.
Oh, show another video. The next video. The next video under that. Show another video.
See you this Sunday.
Then another thing I've been doing is just small little inspirational messages as well to kind of help people. Put up one of those, brother. Pull up. Thank you, Lord.
Which one?
Thank you, Lord, for everything. Right there. Yeah, do that one.
What a beautiful day that the Lord has made. Let's just take a small moment to thank God for all that He's done for us, all that He's doing for us, and all that He's going to do. The Bible says that God so loved the world that He sent His only begotten Son just for you and me. Thank you, Lord.
There's another quick little message. And again, do something that's like about a minute or less, because people have really short attention span, and they're not going to watch you just blabber and at all. They didn't come to hear a whole sermon. Just give them enough to be like, okay, you know what? Let's see what he's talking about over there. And so again, this stuff is really, really simple techniques that you can use. And so the only question I got for you is, what are you waiting on?
Amen.
That's it. What are you waiting on? And are there any questions? Anybody got any questions? Go ahead.
Before you get off stage,
Sure.
Right there. We're blessed to be able to use all these where I'm at. Do you prefer Facebook to YouTube when it comes to the sermons, or does it really matter?
Yes. He has a great question. Do I prefer YouTube to Facebook when it comes to sermons? I prefer Facebook for the simple reason of it's more individualized. For instance, if I post on my page and say my uncle, because he don't have a Facebook page, but if he did, post it on his page and everybody posted individually on their page, it gets more far-reaching because I have friends that are not necessarily Arthur's friends, and Arthur might have friends that are not necessarily my friends. And so it's a more global way to reach people because, again, everybody at the church have different friends than you do. And so if everybody posting at the church, and then it's going to reach that many more people because, again, I have different friends, you have different friends, and then, friends become friends. And it's kind of a groundswell effect. And that's what the whole thing is for, just to kind of create a groundswell effect. Any other questions? That's a very good question. Go ahead. Yeah.
We have a panel discussion to ask you the question, so I don't know if this is the proper.
Okay, the brother said we have a panel discussion, so we can ask all the questions at that time. So I do want to thank y'all for y'all time. And again, if anybody need anything, I have a bunch of cards. I'll pass them out to you. You can call me anytime, and we can try to do it over the phone if I can't come to your church. Amen.
Amen.
Oh, thanks, brother. Thanks. Yeah. Okay. Oh, yeah.
Go look at the page.
Flamboyant up there now. All right now. Another way.
Millennial.